What makes this assault even more unusual is that it was performed on this active street and in plain daylight. This used to be a Christian church, but like many other surrounding businesses, they've had to move for the construction of the union to begin. A recent increase in the number of bicycle accidents on campus have caused the university to consider banning this type of transportation. Frank says, unlike other service repair companies, Hearts for Homes doesn't just visit homeowners one time. Instead, they visit them several times depending on their need, that way forming a continuing relationship. Cinthia Campillyo, NT Daily News. Rancher Tom Culver lives for moments like these, where he can admire the family ranch that his great-grandfather worked hard for. It belongs to him now, but there's a problem. His ranch bears the scars of a severe drought over the last couple of years.
2010 and 2011, we had pretty severe drought, and it's still occurring. We're still in it, even though we've had a little bit of rain.
Culver owns one of the nearly 2,600 farms and ranches in Denton County. He is also the president of the Denton County Farm Bureau and says he has been affected firsthand by the lack of rain on all 300 acres of his property.
I had an extensive loss over these last couple of years, so it's reduced my acreage for the number of cattle that I can run because I don't have enough forage in the spring and summer for them to graze upon.
He says last year, instead of waiting to feed hay to his herd of 50 in the winter, he began in the summer. And several parts of his property, usually covered by grass, have not recovered to their original condition. Calvert says, although his property appears to be mostly green, the lack of rain has caused weeds to grow instead of grass, which are not useful for his cattle. One local drought expert says seeing rain in the forecast does not mean the county is out of the drought.
We haven't had the succession of months of normal or above normal precipitation that it takes to really come out of a long-term drought like that.
Calvert says with government regulations and the growing cost of equipment, it is becoming more difficult to be a profitable rancher, and the drought is not helping. Cinthia Campillyo, NT Daily News. Charlie Rogers never dreamed of becoming a painter, but he also never imagined, decades after coming back from war, he would be painting to cope with his anger. Rogers is a Vietnam veteran who suffers from multiple physical and mental illnesses, including PTSD. He takes more than 40 different medications every day.
Actually, I started dealing with PTSD better once I met Cindy and I started doing artwork.
Here, Rogers meets with art teacher Cindy Hasio at a Dallas half-price bookstore. Other days, it's at a studio in her house. This is how Hasio, who is also a veteran, dealt with her PTSD.
I was scared of people when I got out of the Army. I had very bad experiences, very negative experiences, and art was a very helpful way for me to heal and transform myself.
Being able to help veterans like Rogers inspired Hasio to begin her own nonprofit organization called Creative Soldier. She says it is a way to help veterans face the traumas they suffer. Hasio received her doctorate in art education from UNT in 2012. She says her main purpose is not to teach the veterans how to paint better, but to help them express their feelings.
I have the red in my eyes because I guess I could have slept, but I was too scared to sleep.
Rogers says he keeps all his paintings because no one would understand them. Cinthia Campillo, NT Daily News. Dog treats, an obstacle course, and a training session focused on affection make this place look like doggy heaven. But it's actually an event called Wolfstock near UNT's library. It provides low-cost vaccinations and a pageant.
We decided to plan this event as a coming out party for the Pre-Veterinary Medicine Club because we were having low attendance and we wanted people to see that we were active on campus.
3-year-old San Bernard Benny was among the attendees. She was also a participant in the doggy pageant.
She's doing Miss Congeniality and the best personality, and we also got her a full round of shots and bought some dog treats.
Wolfstock organizers say this is a great opportunity for owners to get their pets caught up on vaccinations. and they can address issues like socializing their dogs.
A lot of people can't bring their dogs in public because they're not socialized and they attack other dogs or they're not friendly. So I think that's definitely something people should focus on.
Even though the event was called Wolfstock, these dogs were so well behaved you could hardly hear a peep. The organizers were surprised by the large turnout of the event. All the proceeds were given to the Legacy Boxer Rescue of DFW. Cinthia Campilllo, NT Daily News.